In today's lesson, we're going to look at how you can actually create an engaging script for your videos, which is one of the most crucial things that you can actually do to get your videos retention higher and get a higher level of people engaged and actually get more watch time for your videos. Now, crafting an engaging YouTube script is very crucial, guys, and retaining your audience attention is one of the major things that you need to do. And for a well-structured script, you want to make sure that you have appeal, they're coherent, and it's memorable. And we're going to look at the step-by-step and show you exactly how you can write and keep your viewers hooked from the start to the finish. Now, the first thing that you need to do and keep in mind is that you need to understand who your audience is, and you need to identify your target audience so you know who you're creating your content for. You need to understand their interests, their preferences, and their pain points. Now, what do I mean by the pain points? Now, these are problems people tend to have. If you can identify and give them a solution to your problems, they will more likely be staying till the end of the videos and finding the solutions to the problems they're having. And that is one of the major things that you need to understand when you create your content. It doesn't make a difference in what niche that video is going to be in. It doesn't make a difference what niche that particular channel is going to be in. The main thing is that you're giving solutions to people's problems, and you're giving them practical solutions so they will be able to share, like, and subscribe your channel and would know that your channel provides them that kind of insights. The other thing that you need to do is you need to define your purpose. Be very clear about what you want to achieve in your videos. Is it to inform individuals? Is it to entertain individuals? Is it to inspire individuals? Or is it either in order to persuade individuals? Now, once you understand these aspects, you'll be able to structure your script in a much more better way. So what is the structure of your script going to be? That's very interesting. Now, the first 15 seconds, guys, is very crucial. That is called the hook. Now, what do? You grab the attention of your audience. You start with a compelling hook that intrigues your audience. Now, this could be something provocative question, a surprising fact. It could be a bold statement or a preview of what's to come. It shows that individual what is going to come in that particular video. It's going to show that individuals why they want to stay right to the end of the video and what they're going to get from it. And that is very crucial for you to understand that your first 15 seconds is either make or break for your video. You need to set expectations and briefly introduce what the video is about and why the viewer should view it. Then comes 15 to 30 seconds. Now, this is where I personally believe that you need to keep in mind that once they get the hook, they're starting to watch your video. Now you want to make sure that you introduce yourself and you establish your credibility of why you're an individual that they should listen to. Then you give a brief overview of what's going to be covered. Now, this actually helps for setting the expectations and keeping the viewers engaged. Now, this area over here is very crucial, guys, because it's the main body that actually gets the person into the video. So you got your hook. Now you set your credibility so people understand why they're coming. Now comes the main content. Now, this is the 3 to 8 minute video. Now, usually people tend to ask me how long our video is going to be. I personally say keep your videos between 8 to 10 minutes. Don't go over 10 minutes and don't go under 8 minutes. It's a good amount of time for you to get your ideas across, to get your content across, to get your message across to individuals. Now, as you reach the main content, how is it going to be broken down? Now, this is very important, guys. You need to divide the main content so it's clear, it's concise, and it's to the point. So you can use headings or subheadings if necessary. Now, I personally believe if you look at any of the videos that I have on any of my channels, I try to give them sort of animations or text that come into the video so people understand where a new idea is being introduced and how the transition from the last point to the next point is going to come. And you want to make sure that you stay relevant, guys. Stick to the topic and avoid unnecessary changes. Now, each section should add value and be relevant to the viewer. Now, this is very crucial, guys. Now, I personally believe that if you do not keep your relevancy, that you're going to lose the attention and retention, for that matter, of your audience. And always make sure that you engage with stories and use examples. And for example, you can do relatable stories, you can use example anecdotes, and you can even illustrate your points and make the content more engaging. Now, how do you do that? Now, I use animations inside of my videos and to make sure that people stay engaged engage with that content. Now, these are different ways that you can actually keep your content engaging and keep the retention of your audience and let them be and stay at your video right to the end. Now, there's different things that you can do for different niches. Now, this is an overview. Now, if you have more questions, you can always message me directly on the Academy, and I'll be able to guide you and tell you exactly how and which aspect actually works best for your videos and for your content. Now, the other thing that I personally believe is that keep it interactive. Now, ask rhetorical questions. Let them think about why they're making this content, and always make sure that you encourage viewers to comment, to like, and to subscribe, and always use and include CTAs throughout your videos. Now, personally speaking, I feel there needs to be 3 CTAs that you need to do, and the CTAs are call to actions, which should be at the first after the 15 seconds before you start your introduction, and then before you start your main body, and after you finish your introduction, there needs to be a CTA. Now, don't say the same CTAs throughout your videos. It shouldn't be like my video, subscribe, and hit the notification. Start with one element. Just say like the video, guys, and then when you finish your introduction, tell them to subscribe to the channel, and before you end, tell them to turn on the notification for your videos. So there'll be 3 things that they'll be doing throughout the videos, and that is how you keep them engaged throughout the script. The other thing which I feel is very crucial for you to understand is that you can use a lot of visuals elements, and this really helps add value to your content. And the good thing about this is that you can actually plan to where to put the visuals, such as charts, such as images, such as animations, or online on-screen text as well, to actually support your narrative, which is very crucial, guys. A lot of people don't do that, and it gets really monotonous throughout the videos, and you're like listening to the same thing over and over again, and you feel that it's got really boring. Having different animations that come in actually adds value to your content, and it gives a thing where the audience and you actually get engaged. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a face channel. It can actually work for faceless channels as well, and it works really well with health and technology and finance, where you put a lot of elements that come in and keep their audience engaged right to the end of your videos. Now, I personally believe that the conclusion, which is the last bit that's going to come, needs to be 30 and maximum 60 seconds, where you briefly recap the main points and that are covered in the video. Now, this is very important, guys. A lot of people don't do this, and I feel that they miss out in actually capturing and giving them a summarized version of what has been spoken about in the last 7 minutes. And doing that gives them an understanding that you're someone that is helping them, and you can make them, engage them, and get them involved with you by commenting or asking their opinions. Now, the final call to action needs to be very important, guys. And this is where I say either you ask them to like or to comment or to subscribe or to share the video or visit the website. Don't tell them to do all of these things. Now, idealistically, guys, it just needs to be one thing. That's why I said to you, either ask them to like it, to comment on it, to subscribe it, or to share the videos or visit the websites. Never ask them to do the whole thing. Now, always make sure that you end with a bang, guys. That means have something, a closing statement or a teaser to your next video. This is called a rabbit hole. What that means is after they're finished and get to the end of the video, tell them that if you understand all of this, you're not going to be able to implement it because you haven't watched this video. So you now are redirecting them to another video, and that way they'll go to that video and it's going to keep going into a rabbit hole after one after the other, and they'll stay engaged. And that is where the retention comes in, and that is where the YouTube algorithm understands that whenever someone starts watching this video of this channel, they're going to stay right to the end. And that's how you get that retention, and that's how you start creating a core audience for your channel. Now, after you've done that, make sure that there's tip for engagement that's going to be available inside your actual script. Now, how do you do that? It's quite simple. Be conversational. Write it as if you're talking to a friend, and make sure you use simple languages. What I usually see people, they use ChatGPT and stuff, and they actually get those scripts which take the emotions away from your video and from your content, and that is where a lot of videos and the audience and the retention gets lost. So make sure you keep your tone friendly and human, and be approachable, guys, and keep your short sentences short. Avoid long complex sentences. Use short sentences and use easy to follow, and keep a space that is brisk, so it's quick. It's not very slow where people will actually get bored when you talk. Keep a pace where people hook and stay up to you. And that is a really good way to keep your audience engaged. Now, there's a lot of people that use AI voiceovers, which are perfectly fine. You can actually, fix the speed of the voice that you're using, make it fast, make it slow. So it really depends on your content and what works best for you. And the most important thing, guys, that I personally feel is be authentic. And that means make sure that you are giving information that is true and that is honest, and and that authenticity actually resonates with viewers and builds trust. Now, I personally believe this is one of the most important things, and that is why I have said this before effectively by using pauses, because pauses are important, but being honest and being authentic is one of the most important things. And one of the things that you want to make sure that you show that human side, which I feel ChatGPT really lacks, and that's why I always say that use it only as a tool. Make sure that you inject humor, and when you add a bit of humor and you make the content enjoyable, you make it human-like, and that's where people connect with you on a different level. Now, after you've done all of that comes the editing and finalizing it. Now, make sure that you read your script aloud to check the flow and coherence, which is very important, guys, and revise or remove any repetitive content. Now, if you're doing all of this stuff and things are being repeated, people aren't going to enjoy it. So make sure that you check for the flow and make sure it's coherence. Now, the timing to ensure that your script fits the video length is really good, and that is one of the reasons why I say turn a timer on or read the script and see how long the voiceover is for. If you're using 11 Labs, they will tell you the length and the time period of that video according to the speed of the voiceover, so they do the work for you. And you can always ask someone to give you feedback. It could be a colleague, it could be a friend, actually, and to refine your script further. And you can always drop it to me. You can message me in the Academy and I'll be able to give my feedback on it. And we have a lot of good people in the Academy that are professionals when it comes to script writing. And if you share the script with any one of us on the Academy, we'll be able to give you our 2 cents and help you refine it and make it a little bit better. And it'll give you a fresh set eyes. Now, a usual example that you can actually go through, which gives you a good idea, is like, for example, a hook would be, did you know that 90% of YouTube videos fail to keep viewers engaged past the first minute? Now, just that question is going to make you ask questions yourself, is saying, oh, why is that so? So today, I'm going to show you how you can make sure your videos aren't one of them. And then you do introduction, whereas, hi, my name is Usman and welcome to my channel, which is Usman Zafar. In this video, we'll uncover the secrets to writing a YouTube script that captivates your audience from start to finish. Now comes the main context, guys, where section 1 is going to be, first, let's talk about the importance of a strong hook. And then you finish that section, you go to the second bit, which is, next we need to structure our content logically. Then you finish that. Then you go to the third section. Now let's look at how visuals can enhance your message. Now that's how your main content is going to be. The conclusion is going to be, to recap, a great script has a strong hook, a clear structure, and an engaging visual. So don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on creating amazing YouTube content. Now this gives you an idea how I started with a hook, then my introduction came, then my main points came, and then how the conclusion came. And this gives you an idea of how you need to structure your videos. So guys, at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you create engaging videos and engaging scripts in order to get that retention. And once you get that retention, you're going to get your watch time. Now, if you have a script and you're facing difficulties on how to write it and what the structure is going to be, follow this. And if you still don't understand, you can always ask me at the Academy. Stay tuned for our next lesson. Until then, take care.